Podcast listeners, welcome to the 8th and final episode of the Warrior Cats. We are excited to bring you this episode. Cue rock and roll music.
Okay, are you going to put that in?
Fireworks.
Okay.
And then cool guy on a motorcycle drives into the ring.
This is an audio format.
A cool guy on the motorcycle drives into the ring.
Okay.
It's over, baby! We've done all the Warrior Cats, and this is the last one.
Ish. Unless we decide to do more.
Okay, you just killed my whole vibe.
This is the last book of the first series of Warrior Cats. We made it, Justin.
Yes, and as you can tell, we released 2 episodes this week because we wanted this shit done with.
We or you?
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, folks. My name's Blue.
And my name's Justin.
And this is Reading Held Hostage. And as Justin has made it very clear, he's excited to finish up the Prophecies Begin series of the Warrior Cats books.
I cannot wait to start ignoring you when you talk about the Warrior Cats again.
Oh, the old ball and chains talking about Warrior Cats again. Yeah, so this is the final book. This is the Darkest Hour. It does get a little rough, so we've put some trigger warnings in because despite being for 8-year-olds, apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so to let everybody know, that intro, happiest we're going to be all episode.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I cry at the end. I cry more towards the beginning.
Yeah. It is all downhill from here, baby.
Yeah, so we're finishing this up today, this week, and next week we start Twilight.
Yeah.
We actually recorded our first episode already, and we only got through 6 chapters because Justin had a lot more to say than expected.
It's something I actually know and care about.
Care about?
I don't care about it, but I care more about it than Warrior Cats, for sure.
Watch your mouth. But that'll be releasing next Tuesday. And just real quick, if you get a chance, give us the stars on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That'd be greatly appreciated.
5 or 0. Figure out how to do 0. You can leave it, but 5 or 0.
Yeah, we don't appreciate any decimal points.
No 4 to 1s. We don't want them.
All right, Justin, I think we should just hippity hop right into it. We should just take like a rabbit leap into it, like they say in the Warrior Cats books, and get going. Are you ready?
I thought rabbit leap was a measurement of time.
Rabbit hop
Is a measurement of time.
They don't, as if it would be consistent. As if the writers are like, you know where I'm going to maintain my consistency is right here on this made up anything.
This made up verbiage.
Yeah. So this is the Darkest Hour. We also...
And why is it called that?
Because no cats actually die.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's a lie.
That was too far away from the mic.
And we're also on YouTube now.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm done doing things.
Yeah, we have everything uploaded on YouTube. We're on Apple, Spotify, some other ones you haven't heard of.
That nobody listens to, yeah.
Yes. I mean, if you're listening on those platforms, we're still posting them for you. And just you.
Yeah, and let me know
how
you decided to start listening on those platforms.
I do listen on Google Podcast.
I know, you're our only other.
I know.
Or we have 1% listen on other besides Spotify and Apple, and it's just...
It's me. Yeah.
Okay, let's hippity hop into this, even though I was the one who hopped back out. This is the final book of the series. This is, again, written by Cherith.
Yeah, Carey.
Woo! This was released on the 5th of October, 2004, which is only 5 months after the last one. So they're really just kind of...
cranking them out?
Yeah, they're really just like tossing things up into the wind and shooting them with an arrow.
What is that saying?
Sorry, you wouldn't get it.
No,
Did you not read The Hunger Games?
No. This is the whole point of the podcast. I haven't read anything.
Fine.
The last book I read was Captain Underpants.
I know.
And I was a child.
A little one. But Cherith wrote the 3rd book and the 5th book, plus like a billion after this. And at this point in time, she's about 75. So she's actually a lot older than I would have expected. Not that there's anything wrong with that age range, but she has a particular gore she likes to write in.
Wait, a Gore for the children's book?
Yes. And Kate Carey, our other author who created these, is about 55. I wanted to say that 2 of her cats, their names are Bramble and Sorrel, and they've actually inspired 2 characters, Bramble-Claw and Sorrel-Tail, who are both really wonderful characters. They just make me smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for Bramble-Claw at the end. They, like I said, they kind of take the train, they do a couple 360 loop-de-loops, they pop it on another track, and then they actually go backwards. That's how off the rails the next bits of series get. So
you can save everybody, but the trolley won't do a cool loop-de-loop.
We'll have the prologue per 30, but she really writes them quick. Like once the thing happens, it's like battle, and we're done.
She's how I write things, like what is it called? Dots. A list. What is the list of the dots? You know, when instead of numbers it got dots, bullet points. Yeah. So one thing I also thought was funny is Firestar is described as the handsome ginger Tom in the allegiances. Ooh.
But none of the other cats are described like as handsome or beautiful or anything like that.
Gross. Ugly Tom.
All right, our prologue, Justin. Are you ready?
You know how
I love
a good prologue.
Are you gonna cry?
Probably not. I'm not attached to these characters.
Then I'm not doing my job. It's a rainy, gross day, and 2 cats are moving through the 2-leg place. Real quick, I saw on the Warrior Cats Reddits that a lot of people who read these when they were young pronounced 2-leg the way I pronounced it. Twa-leg. It's wrong. Anyways,
yeah,
they're in that 2-leg place. They're going to meet.
Maybe it is pronounced that way.
Right? It's just a book.
It's just a book.
They're going to meet a cat that holds command over many other cats, and it's Tiger Star and a cat named Boulder. And we remember Tiger Star's like a big boy, but they're meeting Bone, who's like larger than Tiger Star, and he's a like loner 2-leg cat.
Thick boy.
Big boy. And Boulder says they're here to see Scourge. There are a lot of weird cats around him. Bone takes him to Scourge. And Scourge is a teeny tiny black cat who's no bigger than an apprentice despite being 6 years old.
Scourge is a dope name.
Yeah, everybody loves this cat.
Scourge is a dope name.
Yeah.
Can we name our kids Scourge?
Scourge Gun?
Yeah, Scourge Gun.
They'd get bullied.
Not with a name like Scourge. They're going to scourge you. You're going to get scourged.
No foreshadowing.
Uh-oh.
So Tiger Star's there to talk, and he has a proposition for him. And then it's chapter 1. So you remember last time that Blue Star fucking died, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's carrying Blue Star to a resting place. Gray Stripe's done a lap, and they can't find any dogs. And then Fireheart goes back to camp. Everything's fine, and then Gray Stripe brings the clan home.
So they just killed a bunch of dogs?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, primarily like the pack leader, but yeah.
Okay.
And Blue Star. Mistyfoot and Stonefur remark how it's like super clear that Gray Stripe is a ThunderClan cat and how he's like kind of dumb. But
yeah.
They then decide to head home after dropping off their dead mom. But they ask who knows, but only Tiger Star and Gray Stripe know. He tells them that Tiger Star will probably tell everybody in the clan, but Stonefur says, as if, I'm going to tell everyone today.
Got him.
They kind of take a moment with their mother alone before heading out, and as the cats come back, he like points out that he only really cares about Sandstorm. He's just glad Sandstorm's still alive.
It's the last episode. It's our last chance to ever do that because we're not returning to this. This hellscape.
He takes a moment to tell her Blue Star's dead, and then also tells her that Mistyfoot and Stonefur are her kits, which is warrior code breaking. White Storm decides to have a word with Firestar, and he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't take after Blue Star. Like, I didn't take care of Blue Star. We don't know at this point, but White Storm is technically her nephew, who she basically raised from a baby.
Yeah.
They, like, don't tell anybody that, and then they write a book that tells everybody that afterwards.
Cool move.
So, which I think is very important to know why he's so obsessed with her during this, is, like, that's his mama, basically.
Yeah.
But Fireheart was like, shut up, White Storm. Blue Star's, like, had a renewed faith in StarClan, which is a good thing, and White Storm's happy. He then starts telling, like, the story, and a few of the elders are like, I'm gonna go say bye. And Fireheart's like, ooh, wait, the Mistyfoot and Stonefur are in there, but he doesn't get a chance, and they get there and they're pretty pissed. In chapter 2, Speckletail's like, what the fuck are these two River Clan cats here mulling our leader's body when they're just sharing tongues? And he doesn't really like get a chance to say anything before the clans start freaking out. And then Fireheart's like, fuck, I don't want to like out their whole secret. But Mistyfoot's like, chill, she's our mom. And then they leave. And then Fireheart gives all that story again. Blah, blah, blah. He's a big storyteller. And
so the captain of whatever they're called, the leader of the clan can't allow two people into the place.
People?
You know what I mean.
Two other clan cats?
Yeah.
If he didn't tell anybody and they go in, they're like mulling. It looks like they're mulling Blue Star's body.
What's mulling?
Mauling?
Mauling?
Mulling, like ripping them up.
Oh.
Like bears mauled people.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, one of the elders is like, oh yeah, I remember those kids. They disappeared out of the nursery. And he's like, she always put her clan first in order to become deputy. They kind of settle down, and then Tawny Paw goes, aren't you our new leader? And Darkstripe's like, what the fuck? Like, absolutely not. And he's like a total dick, and everyone's like, shut the fuck up, Darkstripe. Shut up. And then...
You don't get to decide.
Yeah, and you can leave. And he literally tells Darkstripe, if you don't like it, you can leave, but he doesn't. Cloudtail's mad they're not going to attack Shadow Clan right away, but Fireheart's like, Shadow Clan didn't know this was happening.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully they didn't know that Tiger Star was about to, like, bombard us with dogs, like...
Yeah.
They end up sharing tongues with Blue Star for the final time, but clan life must continue. And then Fireheart lays down with Blue Star and requests that Star Clan receive her with honor.
Question.
Yes.
Does anything happen from breaking the warrior code?
Nope.
There's no cat hell?
Well, there is a cat hell.
Okay, let's talk about cat hell.
So remember how I said they do a loop-de-loop and kind of go on another track?
Yeah.
Yeah, cat hell comes back.
They go to cat hell?
Well, like Tiger Star goes to cat hell, and then he starts training live cats who weren't alive when he was being bad in the forest in their dreams. And he's like, I'm going to make you a better warrior. And so he trains these cats in their dreams in cat hell. It's actually called the Place of No Stars. And then eventually he goes, okay, like, are you loyal to me? Okay, cool. Let's attack the clans. Because he still wants to be leader. And then eventually another cat that goes to cat hell takes over the body of a leader, and he becomes the imposter.
Sus. Among Us.
So cat hell's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Also something I'll say is, like I said, they put out another book about Blue Star. It's called Blue Star something. I can't remember.
Blue Star Goes to School.
Blue Star's Prophecy or something like that.
Blue Star's Day Out.
And Mistyfoot and Stonefur look identical to her. Yeah. Like literally fur, like the way they stand, besides Stonefur being male, so he's obviously a little bit bigger. They look identical. And her kits that died and disappeared in the snow that one winter were named Misty Kit, Stone Kit, and Moss Kit. But you're telling me when they became apprentices, nobody was like, hey, those River Clan kits kind of look exactly like Blue Star's kits. And also they are named exactly the same name, and they're also the exact same age.
Yeah.
That's probably nothing, though.
A little too much to investigate, Blue.
That's true. That would require two brains. Can I get some critical thinking in the chat?
Yeah.
Can I get some critical thinking right now?
In the cat chat?
In the cat chat. Chapter 3, Cinderpelt wakes him up and says it's time to bury Blue Star and that they have to go get their 9 lives. And this kind of made me really sad. He starts heading off when Sandstorm and Greystripe yell at him that he's not allowed to leave without saying goodbye. And Fireheart says that he knows things will be different, but he'll never stop needing the both of them. And that no cat ever had such good friends.
Oh, cute little cat friends.
Yeah. And they meet a Wind Clan patrol who does let them pass. And he's like worried everything has changed. She's like, Cinderpelt, what if I make mistakes? And Cinderpelt's like, you absolutely will.
What if I have those days?
She's like, you 100% will. You'll just have to be smart and learn from them. And I'll tell you when you make mistakes, which I thought was like a pretty good message. Like, I don't know. You can't you can't just like not make mistakes.
Yeah, I know. The edits of this podcast prove that.
So I thought that was cool. They reach Mothermouth. He's not allowed to tell anybody what happens during the ceremony. And they can't speak until the ritual is over.
Okay.
So they enter Mothermouth, which is hot.
I hate that. That was the worst. They penetrated Mothermouth.
Ew, 20-minute timeout for Justin. Apologies if you don't hear from him for the next 20 minutes, as he will be in timeout.
Blue, don't unplug my... Oh!
And now it's me. Hey, guys. So he touches his nose to the moonstone, and he passes out.
He dies.
No.
He's dead now.
No, Justin, you're still in timeout.
Close cover.
Closed cover. No, he's got a lot of shit to go on. And now we're in chapter 4, and this is kind of when I might cry.
Uh-oh.
He's colder than he's ever been, and then the stars start moving.
Brr.
And they come down, and it's like his warrior ancestors. You know, he sees Blue Star, Spotted Leaf, Yellow Fang, and it's time for him to receive his 9 lives.
Yeah.
Justin, I'm going to say the cats that give him his 9 lives, and I'm going to need you to tell me about them, since I know you remember everything. Okay, Lionheart.
Was that one of the deputies that died?
Yeah, that was. Hey, that was pretty good. So Lionheart rises, and he gives him courage. And each life, like, hurts. Like, it, like, physically hurts Fireheart.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of, like, getting, like, a whole life worth of that emotion at once. But also 9 lives worth of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No.
No.
Not at all, but if it gets us through it.
Redtail gives him justice. Do you remember Redtail?
Is that one of the other deputies that died?
Yeah, that's the first deputy that Tiger Star killed.
Okay.
So Redtail thanks him for revealing the truth when no other cat could, which is really sweet. And then it's Silverstream. Do you remember Silverstream?
Is that Graystripe's boyfriend?
Girlfriend? Yeah. Graystripe's old love. She gives him loyalty to know what's right for the clan, to guide the clans in times of trouble, and then she starts to turn and he goes, Silverstream, do you have anything to say for Graystripe? I got the chills.
Yeah.
And she doesn't, but he can see that her eyes are filled with love and sorrow.
So wait, is Graystripe never going to become a star? Gray Star?
No.
Okay.
He's not the deputy.
I know, but I was like, why would she be like, I should give it to this guy? If she was like, maybe he'll become deputy one day. He's a good cat.
Well, it's kind of like the important cats in his life are giving him these. So like Lionheart gave him courage. Lionheart was very courageous. Yeah. Redtail gave him...
Do you think that's why they called him Lionheart?
Oh my god, do you think? And do you think Redtail had a red tail? He did, actually. And then it's Running Wind, everybody's favorite character that nobody really remembers. Do you remember him?
No.
Okay. He gives him a life of tireless energy. And then it's Brindleface.
Dude, I wish.
Right. Brindleface. Do you remember Brindleface?
Is that one of the kittens?
No, that was Cloudtail's foster mom, who Tiger Star slit her throat for the dogs.
Okay.
She gives him protection for the clan. She gives him protection to care for the clan as a mother cares for her kids. And oh, I got the chills again.
This is the good part of our comedy podcast where we talk about 9 dead cats.
This is the hardest life to receive because he gets, a mother caring for her kids is not just willy-nilly most of the time.
Most of the time.
Sometimes people don't bond with their kids. Yeah. That's fine. He realizes that Brindleface loved all of her kids, even Cloudtail, who wasn't her own.
Boom, boom.
But he can't tell Cloudtail because he's not supposed to tell anybody anything. Which makes me sad. And then it's Swiftpaw.
Yeah.
Do you remember Swiftpaw?
Is that the one that died the worst way.
But the dogs ripped him to shreds. Fireheart quickly apologizes and said it was his fault he died, but Swiftpaw is like, shut up, and gives him mentoring to train the young cats of his clan. And when Swiftpaw gives this life, Fireheart feels everything that Swiftpaw felt in the last moments of his life.
Cool.
Yeah. Yellowfang gives him compassion. Bitch-ass Spotted Leaf gives him love. And she's like, to care for all the cats. And then she goes, especially Sandstorm. And then it's Blue Star. She goes, I always knew you were going to be a great leader. She gives him nobility, all that crap. And then he's given the name Firestar. So hopefully you weren't too attached to the name Fireheart because it's gone with the wind now.
The Wind Clan.
Yeah, baby. That's a good one. And
you
then,
didn't act like it was a good one.
What? I didn't?
Yeah, it seems like you're being sarcastic.
What? Me?
Yeah.
And then, so, the Star Clan cats start chanting his new name. But this ritual is quickly broken and he turns around to see a massive hill of bones. He looks around for answers, but all the Star Clan cats are gone. And he hears Blue Star say, something terrible is coming, Firestar. 4 will become 2. Lion and Tiger will meet in battle.
And blattle.
And blood will rule the forest. And this is kind of gross, so a little bit of a blood trigger warning. Blood starts to ooze out of the bone, and then all the trickles merge into a river that flows steadily towards him until the stench of blood starts like clinging to his fur.
Gross.
And then this is a quote, the sticky red tide was washing around him, gurgling and reeking of death. Nothing responding to him, just the steady whisper of blood lapping hungrily at his fur.
Hey, no thanks.
So now imagine you're 8.
Hey, no thanks.
And you just read that.
Hey, no thanks for me right now.
Yeah, no thanks for me right now either. And this is like maybe the 20th time I've read this.
Yes.
It's chapter 5. He awakes in terror, can't talk to Cinderpelt, so they head out. She's like, I know something was off because there was blood sent, but I don't really know. They start going home and Cinderpelt's like, hey, do you want to talk about that? And he's like, I'm not ready. He goes, sometimes I dream of dreams that tell the future.
I dream a dream of time gone by.
Don't get us fucking copyrighted.
I know, I hit those notes so hard.
That the company's going to be like, wow, that's basically Huge Jackman.
You just played it.
Yeah.
You just played the song.
So he says that he has dreams of the future and she's like, that's weird. Okay, cool.
Wonky, dude.
She's like, I'm here to help you understand these dreams, but okay, we need to rest. So they stop at Barley's farm. They say hi to Ravenpaw. And Ravenpaw's like, damn, that sucks that Blue Star's dead. Can I come give my respects to her soon? And Firestar's like, yeah, you're always welcome. So then the chapters start going pretty quick until we get to a certain point. So chapter 6, he returns and everyone's greeting him. Cloudtail's like, StarClan's dumb. It's only your belief in these stupid ancient traditions that makes you think all of this. You've already proven yourself to be a great leader. Which is, I mean, I get that.
I mean, but like, has he not seen a leader die and just like pop back up? Like
he has not.
Oh, he hasn't? Okay.
He will.
Bum, 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 bum.
He talks to Sandstorm, who's worried things have changed, and he's like, you're literally dumb. They gab, and then Graystripe kind of comes out and is like, hey, Firestar, like, I know I just got back from RiverClan. It would not hurt my feelings if you chose another cat to be your deputy, since, you know, the cats don't trust me right now.
Yeah.
And Fireheart's like, oh my god, thank god.
That would have been a political nightmare.
Literally, he's like, oh, thank goodness. And he decides sweet little White Storm should be the deputy.
Yeah.
The day after, he's out by the two-leg place doing some thinking, and he ends up close to where he lived as a kitten. He sees they have a new kitty pet, and he knows he made the right choice and wouldn't turn around to change he wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
Like, he's settled. And as he turns around, he comes face to face with Bramblepaw. And he's like, he's not able to decide if he's embarrassed or like uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
Because Bramblepaw saw him glancing at the two-leg nest. But then he's like impressed that he tracked him. And then he goes, Bramblepaw, can I trust you? And Bramblepaw goes, can I trust you? And He's like, I'll always be a ThunderClan cat. I get the questions about loyalty, like, and Brimblepaw's like, yeah, so do fucking I, like, from you especially. Like,
Yeah.
I know you don't trust me. But he's like, Brimblepaw, do you know where your loyalty lies? And Brimble's like, 100%. I'm a ThunderClan cat.
Yeah.
And he's like, what about Tawny Paw? And he's like, not so good. Then it starts to snow and Bramblepaw does like cute kitten stuff where he like sees a snowflake and he like jumps up in the air and tries to catch it and stuff like that. But Firestar has a realization that only him or Tigerstar could live in this forest because there ain't room enough in this forest for both of them.
We'll have to move to a forest that has ample room for us both.
Or one of us will have to die. Hint, hint.
Uh-oh.
Chapter 8. He's going to the camp. He notices Dark. Like I said, this moves really fast.
Yeah.
Like Cheridith was like, "We're wrapping this shit up, bro.
Let's
6
go.
books is enough." So, like I said, Cheridith's like, "Let's wrap this shit up. We're done." And he's going back to the camp. Firestar is, and he notices Darkstripe and one of Willowpet's tiny kits, Sorrel Kit, out and about, which he flags like that's weird as fuck, but doesn't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
And then they're like Graystripe and Bramblepaw are watching them when all of a sudden Sorrel Kit just drops dead weight.
Oof.
And Graystripe like has Darkstripe by the throat. He pounced on him. He's like, something's wrong. Sorrel Kit is thrashing. Firestar can see death berries in her mouth.
Oh.
So she throws up. Everything's okay. Sorrel Kit might survive. And Graystripe, who's still holding Darkstripe, love that they named them both with a stripe at the end.
Yeah.
Says that he saw Darkstripe feeding death berries to Sorrel Kit to try to kill her.
Dun dun.
And then they're like, well, then we'll just wait for Sorrel Kit to wake up. And she can tell us. Chapter 9, Brackenfur's really upset because he was supposed to be watching Darkstripe. And he's like devastated. Like, he's like, I'll be devastated if Sorrel Kit dies. Which is kind of uncomfy for me because they actually become mates later in life. And she's a baby at this point. And I get that, like, cat life moves a lot faster. But it just makes me really uncomfortable when a kitten and an adult cat are able to form a bond when the, like, kitten is a young cat.
Yeah.
And then they turn into mates. Like, if they were both, like, if one of them was an adult, he didn't give a shit about that kitten.
Yeah.
And then she became an adult and he was like, okay, like.
It's like growing up and then, like, having a relationship with your babysitter.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, even though your babysitter might only be, like, 2 years older than you.
Yeah.
But, like, that was your babysitter.
Yeah.
Like, that's gross. That's a good metaphor, babe. Because it's not, like, grooming. Like, there are some relationships here. Like, Spotted Leaf, our sexy medicine cat, was straight up groomed.
Yeah.
Like not like grooming the cat way, like grooming the pedophile way. Like, aggressively so.
Yeah.
But I don't think Brackenfur did that to Sorrel Kit. It's just, I don't really love when they mesh.
Yeah.
So everyone's pissed about Darkstripe. Mousefur says that Thornpaw's ready to become a warrior. He tells Thornpaw, who's like going to be a warrior, that Swiftpaw and Lostface should be having the. Do you remember Lostface? Should be having the ceremony with him. But like I said, Thornpaw's from the same fucking litter that Brackenfur and Cinderpelt are. Brackenfur, Cinderpelt, and Lostface are all from the same litter. So why the fuck are two of them already named and like adults when Thornpaw and Lostface are like little babies still?
Yeah.
They were born at the same time! Cloudtail goes, yeah, speaking of names, when are you going to change Lostfaces? Totally valid question.
Yeah, that's a horrific name.
And Firestar goes, is that allowed? I don't think StarClan would like that. And Cloudtail's like, are you fucking dumb? Do you really think the cats we have in the clan named One Eye and Half Tail started off that way? When their defining features are one singular eye and half of their tail.
Yeah.
And Firestar's like...
She do got half her face, so...
I mean, that's not wrong.
She's Two-Face from the DC universe now.
Ooh, we should watch the Batman.
The Batmans.
You know, we can watch all the Twilights and then we can watch the Batman Twilight.
Wait,
no,
what?
the Batman with the Twilight guy, Robert Pattinson.
Oh, I was like, what are you... The
tired.
Batman Twilight crossover.
We're recording this at 8:21 right now. It is, and that's my bedtime.
It's bedtime for Blue.
So Fernpaw's like, hey, what if Darkstripe did try to kill Sorrel Kit? I don't want him to be my mentor. And Duskbelt's like, I could mentor her. And Firestar's like, yeah, right, you clearly love her. Like, no. And that's what I kind of mean, because like Fernpaw is like a lot younger than Duskbelt.
Yeah.
So like this is a little bit more of an enmeshment than I would prefer, but they turn into a really cute couple.
Yeah.
I just remembered how one of them dies.
Can we... Blue, these are spoilers.
Ha ha ha! Classic comedy.
They're spoilers. We can't ever read those series now, unfortunately.
Oh, no. They go out. Thornpaw smells some weird cats coming from it's not their territory, but they're also not Tiger Star's rogue.
Smells some gas fucking weed.
Yeah. So then Thornpaw becomes Thornclaw, and he's the first warrior Firestar gets to name. He also honors Swiftpaw during this time, and thankfully gives Lostface the new name Brightheart. And Cloudtail is like, hey, if I work with Brightheart and give her some new, because she doesn't have an eye or an ear.
Yeah.
Can she become a real warrior again? And he's like, I don't see why not. And maybe if you come up with some dope moves, you can teach us and we can go from there.
Yeah.
And then Whitestorm comes around and says Sorrel Kit's doing good. He's her dad, and he was worried too. And they go to listen to what Sorrel Kit has to say.
Yeah.
Chapter 10, she tells the story that she followed Darkstripe very far into the woods, and she met a big white cat with black paws, who me as a reader, and Justin, I'm sure you know what cat that is. So you tell me who she met.
Dingleberry.
Gross. Blackfoot, the Shadow Clan deputy. His name is literally Blackfoot, despite his feet being white. Or, no, sorry. He's white. It's right. So he's got black paws. I mixed up the colors.
Okay.
Justin, I'm sorry.
No, okay, guys. Have fun listening to the podcast. We're done forever.
And then Darkstripe gave her a yummy berry because she was such a good kit, and he wanted her to have a special treat. And then he woke up there. She woke up there. So Darkstripe straight up tried to kill this kitten.
What? Wait, Blackfoot didn't?
Darkstripe tried to kill. So Sorrel Kit followed Darkstripe, and he went to meet with Blackfoot.
Yeah.
And then Darkstripe realized the Kit was following him, and gave her a special treat, the berry.
Yeah.
So he tried to kill her.
Okay.
And then Darkstripe's like, that's literally not true. He's gaslighting. He's like, kids are just dumb sometimes, and no one's having it. And he exiles him.
Gaslight's a pretty big word, guys.
Longtail becomes Fernpaw's new mentor. And since he didn't have one, since his last one was savagely torn apart from dogs. And also, I guess, fuck you, Sandstorm.
Yeah.
He then has a panic attack and goes to Cinderpelt and tells him that the omen he heard, 4 will become 2. Lion and Tiger will meet in battle, and Blow will rule the forest. Blattle. That's the second time I made that mistake. And she has no clue, so he's worried. In chapter 11, it's several days later. They're patrolling, and Firestar sees Mistyfoot, and she tells him that they told the clan that they're half clan now, and that they're just really cautious of them. They're not as trustworthy. What?
They didn't know they were half clan until this point, and now they're maybe they're traitors.
Yeah. So, and again, Stonefur's the deputy at this point.
Yeah.
So, she says that Tiger Star is visiting Leopard Star really regularly, and Leopard Star is not confiding in Stonefur about anything, so she's kind of weird about that. And that there are actually a few Shadow Clan warriors stationed at their camp, which is weird.
Okay.
Graystripe comes around, hears his kits are doing well, and then a few days later, it's gathering time. And this is Firestar's first gathering. And he's really anxious about Tiger Star, so he leaves his his good warriors at the camp just in case. And this is the first moon since Blue Star's death, and he has to give the answer about Tiger Star's kits, but they're willing to fight for them. And he's decided he's going to have a hell of a time telling Tiger Star's story to the rest of the clans. In chapter 12, it starts at the gathering. He sees only the Wind Clan group, so he gabs with Tall Star. He's like really taking the clans a long time, and like they're like, we're gonna have to start, but then like Tiger Star comes in and he just starts yelling because River Clan and Shadow Clan arrive together. He has news that it's gonna change the forest, and apparently Star Clan favors Shadow Clan, and he wants to make the forest great again.
A ruh-roh.
Firestar notices that Running Nose and Stonefur are at home, like two cats that would be like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
But he does see Darkstripe, the traitor, in the crowd with the Shadow Clan cats. Tiger Star says they must unite. River Clan has joined Shadow Clan to become Tiger Clan, and they are now there to invite Wind Clan and Thunder Clan into this mega clan.
Ooh. This mega clan?
Would you... I said mega.
Yeah.
You said mega?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Tallstar and Firestar are like, absolutely not. Star Clan doesn't want that. And Firestar is like ready to tell the truth when all of a sudden, like, there's a storm and it breaks. And lightning happens and Tiger Star's like, well, that's Star Clan saying no, we gotta go. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's a terrible storm and all Firestar can do is think, I wonder what that must be the tiger in the prophecy. I wonder what lion could mean. What do you think lion means, Justin?
The alliance that the other two are gonna make?
Hey, you figured it out 10 chapters before Tiger Star does. Or Firestar does.
That's like the obvious next move.
It's so hard to get in. It takes him forever. Chapter 13, he tells Whitestorm and the rest of his cats his thoughts, and Cinderpelt's like, literally wasn't Star Clan, sometimes a storm's just a storm. Cinderpelt says, I don't believe there will be peace in the forest until Tiger Star is dead. And then they're doing some battle training, he sees Brightheart's new moves, and then another two or 3 days later, he's moving around, drinking some water, and then all of a sudden his reflection becomes a lion. He gets spooked, and Spotted Leaf is there laughing at him. She says, take heed of what you've seen, learn what you must be. And finally his dumbass goes, oh shit.
I'm the lion.
I'm Lion Clan. We're gonna be a Lion Clan. I guess he did figure out a lot more quickly than I thought he did, but still. 14, Graystripe wants to talk. He's like upset. But like Firestar's like, give me a minute, because Tawny Paw is getting bullied by the elders. Basically, like she didn't do something right, and one of the elders is like, you're gonna turn out just like your dad.
Fuck.
It was just super mean.
You're just like your father.
Basically, then Graystripe's like, hey, I'm worried about my kids. I can feel in my heart something's wrong. So Graystripe's like, hey, Firestar, break the warrior code with me. Let's go save them. And before they leave, they see Ravenpaw come. He's there to pay his respects to Bluestar, but after hearing what's up, he decides to go with Firestar and Graystripe. They get close to the River Clan camp, and they just smell like these awful scents. Like, there's a group of cats just letting prey rot, bones pile up. There's literally a mountain of bones, like the one in Firestar's dream, and Tiger Star is there. And he calls a clan meeting for the trial to begin. And he's like, bring out the prisoners. And the prisoners are Stonefur, Featherpaw, and Stormpaw. And if you remember, Featherpaw and Stormpaw are Graystripe's babies.
Yeah.
In chapter 15, Tiger Clan says they will not tolerate the abomination of half-clans, the dilution of the pure blood that the warrior ancestors has decreed for them.
Doesn't he have half-clan cats now?
Well, somebody brings that up after, I can't remember who it is, and Firestar's like, doesn't count because he was ThunderClan when they were bred. Because both of Tiger Star and Golden Flower are through and through ThunderClan cats.
Yeah.
Although one of the reasons Tiger Star is so pissy is because his dad, who was the leader 2 leaders before Bluestar, left to become a kitty pet on his final life.
Dun, dun, dun.
So Blackfoot's yelling like filth at them, and Stonefur is like pushed ahead. He's like clearly really weak. He's like been starved.
Yeah.
And he's like, we have always been loyal to River Clan. If you don't believe me, let me prove it. He's like, Leopard Star, let me prove it. And Leopard Star's like, just letting this shit happen. And Stonefur is given the chance to prove his loyalty by killing Feather and Stormpaw, and he obviously is not going to do that. Stonefur clearly says no, and Tigerstar orders Darkstripe to kill him. Darkstripe's not doing well, and finally, like, Blackfoot hops in, and he bites Stonefur on the shoulder, dragging him off Darkstripe. Darkstripe springs on Stonefur and holds his hindquarters down, while Blackfoot scores his claws across the blue-gray warrior's throat.
It seems like a really easy book to read.
Yeah, and then here's a quote, is Stonefur let out a gurgling cry that was cut short. Oh my
god.
Both the Tiger Clan cats released him and stood back. Stonefur's body convulsed as blood welled from his throat. The River Clan cats cry, and Firestar could only stare in horror as Stonefur goes limp, and the last of his breath leaves his body.
That's gross.
I'm trying to think, like, what other kids' books have, like, death in them. Like, a lot of death.
Yeah. And, like, gruesome, disturbing death.
Chapter 16, Darkstripe's like, okay, should I kill the apprentices? Darkstripe's like, or Tigerstar's like, let them live. They go back to their prison, and they decide to rescue them. They get them out. They end up running past Stonefur's body where Mistyfoot stands over him and is like, what am I going to do without you? Which is kind of really sad.
Yeah.
They actually don't even get the chance to bury Stonefur properly. Like, they just, like, the clan just left Stonefur there in the middle of the clearing.
Yeah.
Which is super sad. And then Tiger Clan notices that they've escaped. In chapter 17, they're running. Mistyfoot's like, leave us. And they're like, good try. They start catching up, but there's a Thunder Clan patrol there, and Cloudtail almost attacks Mistyfoot, and they're like, no, the Shadow Clan warriors. But Sandstorm is like, what the fuck is Tigerstar up to? His own kids are half clan.
Yeah.
But his excuse is that he was part of Thunder Clan when they were born. It's more of a blood thing for Tiger Claw.
You know, like racism.
Mm-hmm. Well, and most people who believe in stuff like this can find some pretty accessible loopholes.
Yeah.
So they get back to camp, but Firestar can't have a single second of calmness because Brackenfur says Tawny Paw is missing.
Ruh-roh.
In chapter 18, they kind of do a gab, and it sounds like she left willingly. But Bramblepaw tells her that she left after the elders bullied her again about, like, betting or something dumb. Cloudtail and Firestar go off to look. They sense she's going towards the 4 trees, but it's rainy and dark, and there's really not much more they can do. Goldenflower's like, you literally never trusted her. Then it's the day after, he gives the clan the lowdown.
Yeah.
And then during this discussion, Firestar finally understands that he has to get Wind Clan, but he doesn't tell, like, to get Wind Clan to join up with them.
Yeah.
But he doesn't tell his clan that for some reason.
No, why would you?
He says half the Thunder Clan cats can stay, but it's been, like, a really hard leaf bear. Or he says the half Thunder Clan cats can stay.
Yeah.
So Mistyfoot, Stonefur, and all of them. He then assigns them to start getting training before he gets... And he can't get another fucking minute of rest, remember?
No.
Because
then
then
need it.
Mudclaw, the Wind Clan warrior who hates Firestar, rushes into the camp saying that Tiger Clan is attacking their camp.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Chapter 19, he brings a small patrol. So like I said, it's going to kind of go boom, boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
He brings a small patrol of warriors, but they're worried they wouldn't get there in time, and in fact they don't, and they're there too late. He sees Morningflower wailing, the camp is destroyed, everybody's bloodied. He hears One Whisker calling for him. He's like all disgusting, a gash in his throat. And Firestar's like, I wish I would have gotten here in time to help. And One Whisker's like, me too. Look what Morningflower is wailing about. And Morningflower is wailing over the dead body of her only son, Gorgepaw, who way back in the day, I'm sure you remember this, Justin.
Hell yeah.
When Wind Clan was kicked out, Morningflower had just given birth to one single kid.
Yeah.
And Firestar, then Fireheart, carried that kid back to Wind Clan.
Yeah.
And now that kid is dead.
Cool.
But that also tells us that it's been about a year since he became a warrior to him being a leader.
Yeah.
Just timeline stuff.
Cool kids book.
Yeah. Apparently Tigerstar killed him. He pinned him down in the center of his clearing with the warriors surrounding him so none of them could get to the apprentice. He then said he was going to kill him to show the rest of the clan what they could expect if they refused to join Tiger Clan.
Very cool.
Yeah. Tarlstar says that Tiger Star left a message. He says, join them at the 4 trees at sun high, because he's tired of waiting and he wants them to join. They're both like, I would literally rather die than do that. Firestar's like, thank God, because I too would rather die than do that.
As well.
Chapter 20, he and Sandstorm, this is kind of a boring chapter. They just have like a gap and like hang out and do like hot girl shit together. They actually end up like sleeping together. Actually sleeping. He's like, can you come sleep in my den?
Slut.
Firestar?
Both of them.
Okay, good. I was like, we don't slut shame Sandstorm here. In chapter 21, everyone's on edge. They're heading up to the 4 trees to meet Tallstar and their warriors, which is one day after this massive battle that almost destroyed their clan. And Firestar's like, there's no way they're going to have that many cats because they literally are probably all almost dead. But actually, like, almost every single one of them is there.
Oh, they were all chill, actually?
No, they're disgusted. Like, they're all messed up from their battle wounds. But they all showed up. They meet. So, trigger warning here. These next couple of chapters, some ick happens. Yeah. Just keep an eye out.
It's all bad. It's all downhill from here.
They meet Tiger Star, Blackfoot, Darkstripe, and Leopard Star. They obviously say no. But then they hear, like, they see that Tawny Paw's on the side of Shadow Clan now. Bramblepaw's, like, begging for her to come back. But Tiger Star says, no, Bramblepaw, you come join us or we'll kill you. He says no. And then right when the battle is about to break out, more strange cats join them. They're weird. They're skinny and ragged, but they're clearly like buff cats, I guess.
Oh, they buff as hell.
And they join on the Tiger Clan side of things. On chapter 22, he hears Ashpaw yell out, they have collars. They're kitty pets. Like, what the fuck? Like, they're nothing. But behind a huge black and white tom, a teeny tiny little black cat comes out, and he's the leader. Tiger Star says, this is Blood Clan. They come from the two-leg place. And we're going to join forces to force you to join us.
You're all going to be kitty pets after this, buddy boy.
Yeah. And then he goes, Tiger Star goes, I'm more powerful than Star Clan. And Firestar's like, no. Tiger Star says, Blood Clan attack. But nobody moves. Scourge, who's the leader of Blood Clan, is the small black cat and says, Tiger Star, my warriors are not yours to command. Fireheart starts talking to Scourge and telling him the whole story of Tiger Star's treachery, and Leopard Star looks absolutely horrified. Scourge is just like, I know all of that. Tiger Star mentioned the dog thing, but he did not tell me that they failed. He's like, there's not going to be a battle today. I need to think about all this.
Scourge says that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But then Tiger Star attacks, but to everybody's surprise, since despite being so... Okay, this is the trigger warning. Since Scourge is so small, but he like flicks out his claws and he's got extra claw on him. So he...
Double claw.
He takes the teeth and claws of dead dogs and cats and puts them in his collar and reinforces his nails with them.
Shit.
Yeah. So they're reinforced with long, sharpened dog's teeth.
He has metal claws. He's Wolverine.
He might as well be. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because he whaps Tiger Star on the shoulder, which turns him over and exposes his belly. And then, while that wound is starting to bleed, the smaller cat rips him down all the way from the tail. All the way from top to tail.
Zippers him.
In a single slash.
Jesus.
And then I'm going to do some direct quoting. A desperate scream of fury erupted from Tiger Star and then broke off with a ghastly choking sound. Are you ready? It gets really gross. His body convulsed, limbs jerking and tail flailing. For a heartbeat, stillness settled over him, and Firestar knew he was falling into the trance of a leader who loses a life, to wake a little after he's restored. However, Tiger Star's body convulsed again. The blood kept flowing, spreading across the ground in a ceaseless tide. Tiger Star let out another shriek, and Firestar wanted to cover his ears so he didn't have to listen, but he was frozen in the spot. Again, the massive tabby's body grew still for a heartbeat. But again, the wound was too terrible to yield to the healing trance that StarClan can do. Another spasm seized Tiger Star's body. His claws are tearing up clumps of grass in his agony, while his screeches turned from fury to terror. Tiger Star was panting now, his fight for life exhausting him. Then his body gave one last jerk and lay still. Tiger Star was dead. Scourge,
what the fuck?
Scourge says, we'll take the forest. You have 3 days to decide.
Wait, the whole forest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Scourge is like, you have 3 days to decide or we'll kill you all.
All right.
So that's how Tiger Star ended. What are your thoughts?
Wait, that's the end of the book?
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
how Tiger Star died.
Oh, okay.
We have,
That's horrific.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
In chapter 23, Firestar looked down at the body of Tiger Star. His legs were splayed and his teeth bared in the snarl. His amber eyes were blank and sightless. Yeah, kind of exactly like that. You know, we should take a picture of that.
Yeah,
and
for this
post that on
audio
the-
format,
Yeah.
I have my legs up in like
You're
a split.
splayed.
Yeah. I have up in a split, my arms up Frankenstein-y,
Mm-hmm.
and then
his mouth and that's the explanation for what his mouth looks like.
Yeah.
Tiger Star says they'll join the fight, and Bramblepaw's a little mopey. He's like, I hated my father, but I never wanted to see him die like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see anybody die like that.
No. And he's also worried about his sister Tawny Paw. And Firestar says that if she wants to come back, he'll obviously give her a fair trial. He gets back, gives the clan the gist, starts everybody's training, like Sandstorm's training the kits, the elders are training, everybody's doing shit.
Yeah.
And they have 3 days to get ready. It's chapter 24.
They're doing the Mulan training montage.
Oh, Milan. I thought you said Mulan, like Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, the Moulin Rouge training montage.
Yeah, I've never seen Moulin Rouge.
Me neither.
Chapter 24, the clan's going crazy when he sees like Ravenpaw and Barley. They want to help, and then Barley has like important information for him, but it's actually like not really that important. Basically, Barley used to live with Scourge and his warriors. They're not like a proper clan, and that they also don't believe in Star Clan. They don't have a medicine cat or a warrior code. That's their big weakness. It's not really a weakness.
No.
I mean, not having like a medicine cat or
Yeah,
having a structure to take care of your young and old is a weakness. Yeah. And Barley and Ravenpaw are like, we're gonna fight with you. Either way, it does. I don't understand that part. But Longtail's like, it kind of smells like Shadow Clan is still with River Clan. And yeah, basically they just do shit. Chapter 25, he heads back to the camp where Whitestorm's hoping for a word, where nobody else can hear him. And he's like, I think we should leave the forest. How many cats are going to die? And Firestar's like, we can't. And Whitestorm's like, my job is just to tell you my opinion.
Yeah.
I have said it. I'll follow your lead. We'll go from there. He's frustrated and he's confused. He dreams. He's seeing Star Clan and he's seeing new faces, such as Gorgepaw and Stonefur.
The dead ones?
Yeah, the dead ones. And he's mad. He's like, you ruled the forest. Why the fuck do you want us to be destroyed?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? And Blue Star stepped out and she's like, we don't rule the forest. We watch but don't interfere. Which is not fucking true at all, bitch. She's like, you're the fire that will save the clans.
Get her, babe. Get her.
Yeah, fuck. I hate Blue Star, honestly. She's such a bitch.
Yeah.
Chapter 26. The stupid idiot finally realizes that he has to go to River Clan and Shadow Clan and ask them to join. They're all there. They're depressed, but he pops in anyway. Leopard Star's like, we're all gonna die. Like, I'm not even playing this game. And then a cat named Boulder, who belongs to Blood Clan, says that, like, Tiger Star didn't think it would be a problem, that he thought they would be able to kill Blood Clan after everybody joined.
Yeah.
But
We got some metal claws in this bitch.
yeah, River Clan and Shadow Clan will fight.
He pulls out a knife.
It's a knife. And they end up pulling down the Bone Hill. Chapter 27, it's the day of the battle. Okay, we're at an hour. We've got 2 more chapters. We're going to wrap this up. It's the day of the battle. Speckletail, the elders, the kits stay home, and they're like, if nobody comes home, then you're the only surviving members of ShadowClan or ThunderClan, and you have to keep us going.
Cool.
No pressure.
Yeah. What happens if the deputy dies before they get their lives?
The deputy?
Yeah. So if if the leader dies and then the deputy dies,
so like
who's
Tiger
next?
Star just died, Blackfoot's his deputy, and he hasn't gotten his 9 lives.
Yeah. What if he dies?
And then somebody like Tiger Star fucking takes over.
Okay.
No, it's not good, and it almost never happens. But like, what you're saying is true. Blackfoot is there. He's the deputy. He doesn't get his 9 lives at this point.
Yeah.
But he doesn't die. Chapter 28, he goes through all the cats. He's saying how strong and proud he is to be their leader. All the clans are there, ready with Barley and Ravenpaw. Firestar leads them down to their doom and tells Scourge they're not leaving the forest, and then they just fucking go for it. Everyone's fighting. Firestar's like looking for the leader of Blood Clan to try to kill him and start there. He's looking for the leader of Blood Clan, and then he comes face to face with Darkstripe, and he's like, "Yay, Darkstripe finally made the good decision to stay on our side." And Darkstripe's like, "Good try," and attacks Firestar, and he's losing when all of a sudden Graystripe fucking kills Darkstripe.
Just straight up kills him?
Yeah, so Graystripe gets him in the throat, and his claws pierce Darkstripe's throat, and blood gushes out. Darkstripe gives one convulsive shudder, his jaws parting as he fights for breath, and then he says, "There's nothing left. It's all dark.
Ugh!
Everything's gone," and then his body goes limp.
He goes, ugh! And dies.
Yeah. But before Graystripe and him can reconvene, Graystripe whispers to Fireheart, like, he's like, "Look." And he's like in shock. And Fireheart can't tell why, but then he sees Bone, the Blood Clan deputy, crouched over another cat who's moving feebly, blood clotting the victim's fur, so Fireheart could barely tell its color. But then he sees that it's White Storm.
Dun dun. That's the deputy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Deputy of FireClan is a curse of ThunderClan.
Firestar doesn't blink and storms toward Bones, who kind of like falls backwards into Bramblepaw and all the like paws.
And then they domino over.
No, all the paws like fucking beat up Bone. Like they actually kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this gives Firestar a second to check on White Storm, and he's like, "Goodbye, Firestar. It's too late. I hunt with StarClan. You always knew that it was destined for Graystripe to be your deputy."
So he was just like, "I knew I was gonna die as soon as you gave me this job."
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck." This is good though, because Fireheart turns to Graystripe and appoints him deputy right then and there, and I'm sure Graystripe's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna die." But before Firestar and Graystripe could handle Bone, all the apprentices tackle Bone and kill him. Firestar looks around and realizes they're losing, and then he sees Scourge, and Scourge, baps him, and then Firestar dies.
Oh no.
It's chapter 29, and Firestar opens his eyes. He's at the 4 trees surrounded by the warriors of StarClan. He sees all the cats who gave him his 9 lives. He also sees White Storm, who welcomes him and says that you're losing your first life. And Firestar's like, "Now's not the time. Now's not the time. I'm in a battle. I gotta go." He's mad. He's like, "Let me go back. This could not be the will of StarClan. There have always been 4 clans." But then the cats go, "There have always been 5 clans." But then, he wakes back up and he sees Cloudtail fighting Scourge, and Scourge is like, "What the fuck? I just killed you."
Yeah.
But he's fighting Scourge, and he can feel like his 9 lives getting blah blah blah, like end of the movie crap,
Yeah.
Firestar gets Scourge, and his teeth meet the black cat's throat until he tastes the warm gush of blood.
Gross.
He releases Scourge, who then convulses. He tries to talk, but the only sound that comes is the blood bubbling from his torn throat.
Gross.
His limbs twitch, and he stares at the sky, and he dies. And the Blood Clan warriors see this and bolt, and Lion Clan wins. And we have one more chapter, and we're almost done. Chapter 30, the battle is calm. But
this is the scene. They're back on Endor. They're partying. They got the stormtrooper helmets that they're banging like drums.
what are you do? What scene did you just set?
Star Wars.
When the hell does
The
that
ending
happen?
of the original trilogy. The end when they blow up the second Death Star.
Spoilers. I'm kidding. I don't think I've seen that.
Well, we gotta watch it now.
Oh no. Firestar's panicking because he can't find Sandstorm, but she's fine. The clan's obviously split up, and Leopard Star says that Mistyfoot is her new deputy, and they're all kind of skeptical because she just like watched Stonefur get fucking slaughtered right in front of her. But doesn't matter. Stormpaw and Featherpaw decide to go back to River Clan 2 because they're River Clan cats at heart.
Mm-hmm.
Firestar stares at Blackfoot, who's now the leader of Shadow Clan, and he tells him, "Learn from the mistakes of your predecessors. I know what you did to Stonefur at Bone Hill."
Yeah.
And then he sees some Wind Clan warriors, and Firestar's like, "There's no need for Lion Clan anymore. There are 4 clans in the forest again."
Cool.
And then he goes, in his secret heart, he goes, "There are actually 5.
Wow.
And that's it, Justin.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Thank God. Thank God it's over.
Yeah. I'm not happy. I want to do more.
Blue's not happy.
I'd love to do more.
Yeah.
But what'd you think? That was our first full series.
Full series done and dusted.
Yeah. I think it was pretty good.
Twilight next Tuesday.
Yeah. So thanks, folks, so much for joining us. This has been... Whoop.
Oh, we got the burps going.
This has been Reading Held Hostage. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Reading Hostage. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Reading Held Hostage. If we get, like, what? How many subscribers until we'll show our faces, Justin?
I don't know. We'll definitely need to set that goal.
Yeah, so if you said we're thinking about showing our faces at some point, but
Well,
we're
not showing our face, doing a video format. Like, you can see us whenever. It's just we're doing a video format
yeah,
at a certain
that's
point.
what I mean. Definitely something we're considering. Justin, put the kitty down. So yeah, follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, leave us a rating. That'd be greatly appreciated because
0 or 5.
0 or 5. People don't really get to hear about new podcasts unless somebody tells them or the algorithm loves them.
Yeah.
And we're an incredibly weird little like podcast.
A little niche.
Yeah, very little niche. But yeah, thank you folks so much for listening to Reading Held Hostage. My name's Blue, and I love to read.
And my name's Justin. I hate to read.
We'll see you next Tuesday. And I'm out of water. Okay.